Like clockwork, the second I start thinking maybe the connection's actually stabilized, we have another disconnect. At least that was a short one. I do not understand. I might go on a bit of a sports rant here, but I've felt this since I was a kid. And it's not just because the Avalanche won the first year I paid attention to them in 1996. Because 96 and 97 were the years the Broncos won back-to-back Super Bowls. So when I first got old enough to kind of pay attention to sports, I was 11, 12 years old in the mid-90s. And the two good teams in Denver at the time were the Broncos and the Avalanche. The Broncos were at the end of John Elway's tenure as quarterback. You know, his final 2 seasons as a player, the Broncos won back-to-back Super Bowls. And the Avalanche won their very first season in Denver in 1996. And then they would win again in 2001 when I was in high school. But they were good that entire middle span, even though they didn't win another championship for about 5 years. But so those were the two sports that were kind of offered to me in my youth as things I might want to pay attention to, because Denver had good teams in those sports. Football, American football, I know you have to use that word carefully. Like, I don't know what else to call it. Like, it's sort of a mutant form of rugby, I know. But, it is so boring to me. And simultaneously, it's so dangerous, and it's such like a shitty, corrupt league with the CTE problem and the way they deal with head trauma to their athletes. But, you know, I wasn't thinking about the second part. Colonial hand egg. I like that a lot. But, like, you know, I wasn't worried about CTE when I was a kid. But football is so boring. Run a play, wait. Run a play, wait. Run a play, wait. Baseball has the same problem. It's like, you wait, you wait, you wait, you wait, you wait. There's 3 seconds of excitement, and then you wait again. Which leaves the sports that I do kind of like. I like basketball. I actually like soccer. Soccer's my second favorite sport, only behind hockey. And, they're it's varying degrees, right? Like, basketball, I like that it's continuous motion. Like, I like a sport where the game just continues to be played unless something happens, right? Like, a whistle is a discrete event that stops play that would otherwise continue. And that may just be a personal preference, but I hate the run a play stop, run a play stop, run a play stop kind of sports. They don't entertain me at all. Basketball, I'm still pretty bored by, just because the scores are so high that scoring is like a non-event. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, he scored a basket, yahoo. Like, there's nothing to celebrate in a basketball game until like the last 5 minutes are when things get tense and exciting. But soccer and hockey, I really like both those sports. I like hockey a little bit better. Only really a little bit, because the skates make everything so much faster. You know, and I really appreciate the higher level of hand-eye coordination and skill that it takes to skate around that fast and still manage to move a puck where you want to. But I like soccer, and actually, you know, the first time I watched soccer, what really struck me was how much I felt like I was watching a hockey game, just not quite as fast. Like, play develops the same way, that kind of thing. A dangerous scoring chance in soccer looks very similar to a dangerous scoring chance in hockey. But I love hockey. It's the fastest, most physically demanding sport there is. Team sport, anyway.
So long. You too. Hi there.
Go, 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 go. Well, I also really like, you know, as hockey continues to evolve, it's becoming a faster and faster and more skill-based game as time goes on. And there are a bunch of gorillas in the world who don't like that. They miss the day. They miss when it was okay for one team's goon to just go injure another team's skilled goal scorer, and that's just the way we played the game. It was awesome. Like, no, it wasn't awesome. It was stupid. I'm really glad that the sport is evolving away from that. But Mysticism's at 69. Potion stonks. Nice. Yeah, field hockey's pretty fun. Lacrosse is pretty fun. None of them have the extra speed that comes from being on skates. That's what really pushes ice hockey into a different league of awesome for me.
Good to see you. I saw Valis O'Deal at the Grey Mare again today. Hasn't been the same since his boys took off.
I'm wearing a Nathan McKinnon jersey. You can't see the back of it.
Bye.
But he's, now that we have Cale Makar, he's realistically probably the second best player on the Avalanche. But he's still maybe the best 200-foot player in the entire league. His rookie season, I still remember this ad. They staged a speed skating contest, a sprint, between him and Apollo Anton Ono, who at the time was winning gold medals speed skating for Team USA. And Nathan McKinnon, the hockey player, won.
No, sir. Heard any news from the other provinces? I understand Daedra worship has become increasingly prevalent in the Somerset Isle. The Altmer have powerful wizards. It could be a dangerous situation. Good day. Goodbye.
$30 to go. We're getting there. Really, Martin? I never would have guessed. Has anyone in here, by the way, has anyone in here seen the film Goon with Sean William Scott? You've seen it, Lone Wonder? At the moment, you know, you never know when something might come along to surpass it, but at the moment, my very favorite, like, pump-up speech scene in any movie is the gay porn hard scene from Goon. We're playing divorced guys. My wife and I are going through a divorce. That's hard. She wants half of it. She wants half my stuff. Fine, I don't care. But the other half, hard work, mine. Did anybody ever watch? Did any of you watch the Legend of Beavis clip that I put in the Discord last night? I had to watch it again after I ended stream, just because I love it so very much. You're about to be injured. butthead dubs on the King of Hyrule are pretty funny too. Like, my life kicks ass. Not working kicks ass.
Welcome.
Have you ever bought a horse from Bunga?
I bought a fine mare from him once. Fine animal.
Bye.
Oh, Oblivion NPCs in your conversations. I don't think you'll ever not be funny.
A pleasure to see you.
Contumeliorus Florius. There you go. That's a man right there.
It is a privilege.
Welcome. Please don't be shy. I'm listening.
Some Altmer is popping 200 spells in 2 minutes. Oh man, that 4chan green text thing that Karis posted from Jarl Balgrove trying to get rid of the Dragonborn. Some of my favorite things I've seen in a while. It's so real. I need to get this man away from my children. Let's see. Let's third person this. Nearly naked Altmer, spamming spells in the Mages Guild. Man, look at the beefy shoulders on this guy. Look at that bulge on his left shoulder every time he raises his arm. That's something else, man. Strength is 35. Look at those shoulders. By the power of Grayskull.
Welcome.
Are we talking about goblins? Does Florida have goblins? The mysteries of magic are slowly revealing themselves to you. You are now an expert of mysticism and can cast expert-level mysticism spells. Well, I definitely don't think we're going to get to do a level up I have an hour and 10 minutes. I think we can probably finish the Mysticism grind, probably, and make my custom destruction spells. We'll see, though. The clock will be what it will be. We won't actually know until we get there. This is an intelligence skill. That's why I'm grinding it out now. Intelligence is maxed, and like I said, this skill is in the category of it is. There are a few things that fall into place before I will literally grind a skill like this. Number one, the relevant attribute is maxed. That happened. Intelligence is maxed out. Number two, it's not a skill that will get significant natural use throughout the playthrough.
Yes? What's going on with you? I ran into some goblins.
And number three, it's not going to be easier to grind later. All three of those things are currently true for Mysticism. Intelligence is maxed out.
Good day.
The build is not going to use Mysticism magic, so it's not going to get any natural use. And it's as easy to grind now as it's ever going to be. Yeah, the three intelligence skills are... Well, I'm going to max out all the skills eventually. This is how I roll. But, Conjuration and Alchemy are already maxed. Because part of the reason I raise Intelligence so early, I raise Intelligence first, and I raise those particular, and I focus on those particular skills to do it, is because they are so very useful to the build.
Greetings.
I don't understand what you mean by right now, I guess. This is the only intelligence skill that isn't maxed. It's the only, and there's no better time to grind it than right now. Like, we're eventually, like, the endurance skills are a good counterexample. I use those to get endurance maxed, but then I dropped them. All three of them are miscellaneous skills, so I could freely use them and max them out right now, but they would be a huge pain in the ass to grind right now. Whereas we're eventually going to be immune to physical damage. When that happens, I can just let something wail on me, and the skills will fly up, no problem. Armorer, meanwhile, is going to get a lot of natural use throughout the course of the playthrough, so I don't need to worry about grinding it at all. It's going to max out on its own over the course of the playthrough. What were we at? 77. Now we're at 78. 22 to go. Oh, well, glad I answered it. Yeah, like, if you're talking about free to use once an attribute is maxed, that's true of everything right now, but it would be a wasted effort to grind up heavy armor and block right now because there's not a pressing need